We may have a lot going on, but it all makes sense. It all makes sense, trust me.
Some wine to wake us up.
Wake us up to bring us back down. Just get leveled, you know?
Yeah.
You understand. I recommend you try it
We're
out.
looking for a sweet spot.
Yeah.
We're looking for the perfect sweet spot.
Cigars are hitting. I mean, what a day.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Come on.
What a day.
Pooch.
What a day. What is up, everybody? We are in a different setting because we are currently at the Cognizant Classic, and this is where we're staying. We got a nice little setup that we put together here today. We had a long day today. But it was a freaking epic day today.
It was awesome. Yeah, worth it.
We got to, do our media coverage like we kind of alluded to in the last episode and get a little bit of the back behind the scenes of practice rounds, some player interviews, got to sit in the press conference. This guy got a question in today.
Yeah, come on. Shout out Daniel Berger.
It's a Berg. And we got in a little player interview today with our guy Chase Johnson. So stay tuned for that. We got an awesome little segment coming out of that. But it was a great day today. Really good day today. We are a little tired, to say the least. So we're going to make this one a little bit of a shorter one today. Really just do a recap of what went down today and the experience itself. I think it was an awesome experience, and we're definitely extremely blessed and happy to be able to do this. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Hypothetically, not everyone gets that to do what we were able to do today. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was pretty freaking awesome.
It was pretty freaking awesome. I mean, the course looked beautiful too. And just being able to walk around and seeing all these guys, like, obviously they're practicing for the big event this weekend, and all of them are taking like 2-3 balls like each hole.
Yeah,
so
it was cool to see.
You're getting a lot of shots in. Like you're seeing a lot of shots, and we had some pretty unprecedented access. Like we got
to witness the bear trap, and get to see a couple guys play that hole,
and then also go to like in behind the ropes in the driving range and the putting green. Like we're right here, like I'm right here, and Andre's Rory McIlroy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we had some pretty cool coverage there. So that was pretty sweet. And then the press conference is cool. We had our own official like Stay Tranquilo
cool.
little thing on the table, and it was pretty surreal. So it was a good time.
That's cool. You watch it on TV and you're like, okay, you don't really like understand maybe how it all works and kind of what it looks like, but we were in the thick of it. And if you turn on PGA Tour Live, you'll probably hear David's voice in one of these questions to Berger. Honestly, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
And you also see like how big of a production it is, and like how many people it takes to put these events together, and like all the behind the scenes of like just in the media room alone, how many people were in there that were just working for the PGA to make sure everything's like going smoothly. So it was pretty sick.
No, it was cool. I mean, there was guys cutting the grass. There was a guy setting up the grandstands. Yeah. It's a full blown operation, and props to all the people involved in all of that. Even the people handling the media side of things, like that's a whole monster in itself. Yeah. So it's cool to see it on that day. Tuesday, Wednesday, all the players are out there practicing. Yeah, they're getting their reps in. They're getting their feel for the greens. They're getting their feel for certain shots that where they may miss, and playing every scenario basically.
Yeah, and they're placing like different hole locations too. So
yes. Because Thursday through Sunday, for those that may not know, Thursday through Sunday, it's a different hole location on every green. So what you get on Thursday is different than Friday, and what you get Saturday and Sunday, all different. Which you can hit the same tee shot 4 days in a row, and you're gonna have a different second shot every single time. So plus conditions, all that stuff. So what was interesting to me, and before we get into that, because I do want to turn into the Cognizant, I do want to take a little Magic Mind bump to get the energy high as we transition into our little
we need a little
juice phase.
But you need a little pick me up in this
little lift here
in this episode. Boom.
Bro, these never get old. They're good.
They're good.
They're solid.
little Magic Mind,
Shout out Magic Man.
some Padron cigars.
Yeah, we may have a lot going on, but it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Trust me.
Yeah. Eating some wine to wake us up.
Wake us up to bring us back down. Just get leveled, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? I recommend you try it
We're
out.
looking for a sweet spot.
Yeah.
We're looking for the perfect sweet spot.
Cigars are hitting. I mean, what a day.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Come on.
What a day.
Pooch.
What a day.
Pooch,
Pooch behind the
Pooch
camera.
down.
Pooch.
It was
Pooch.
super humbling being out there, bro.
It was.
You find out how good these fucking people are.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
These guys
crazy.
are freaks.
These
They're
guys
freaks.
are the best of the best, and like
Like, I don't know if we're allowed to say it, bro, but we saw like
Whoa!
we saw an amazing shot, and it was just so
Yeah.
nonchalant.
No.
Oh, yeah, like,
that shot was insane.
he just went to the hole and just like picked it up,
Pulling
and,
out
and
from
just,
like 140 yards out
Yeah.
of the bunker after hitting 3 shots from every single side of that fairway
Yeah.
and just holding that out like if nothing happened.
Yeah.
And right before that happened, we were saying how hard it was to even get that ball close to
Yeah.
the pin based off that location on the green. Slope all around the hole.
And he was
Drilled
hitting
it.
out of the bunker. It was
Bunker,
a fairway
bunker front side,
bunker.
and he was hitting it out of the bunker. I mean,
it was nuts.
they're one of a kind
It's-
type of golfers
and
out
we
there.
knew it was going in. Dude.
Yeah.
That's okay. We knew it was going in.
Even if you're ranked 165 on the tour, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. It's crazy to watch them play. I think we made a good point. A lot of these guys are huge.
Dude, massive. Like
Like
tall. Like I mean, like
6'2" plus.
6'2" plus. Yeah.
big guys.
Real long.
You don't see that. You see them on TV. Their swing speed's crazy. They're there working with their coaches. I mean, there's a reason why they are. I mean, the guy we
Yeah.
heard it today. They're playing 18 holes, pretty much 3 days in a row, giving themselves maybe 1 day of rest going into the tournament.
Yeah.
And they walk it. They don't take
They're
it.
walking
the whole
it.
thing, and what we learned today, it's a long walk. Like we
Yeah,
walked.
we walked
We
from
walked.
10 to 16, and it
was-
felt like we walked for 7 days.
Yeah. The course though. Let's talk a little bit about the course. The
Mhm.
course is beautiful. Like I had never been to this
Never.
event. The only event I've
It is
been
gorgeous.
to is the Arnold Palmer. So
Hour and a half away from Miami. It's
yeah,
really not that bad of a
super
drive.
easy to get to, and dude, it's nice. Like and they've made some changes, which was alluded to a lot in a lot of the
Yeah, I
press
want to get into. I
conferences.
do want to get into that.
But I mean, the course is in pristine condition. It's like, it's cool. Like you see courses like that, and you're like, dude, I just want to like play this every single time. Like,
Yeah.
This is like what an ideal golf course is, and,
No,
and
it was
it looks
pristine.
awesome. So it
Pristine,
looks
pristine.
ready for a great weekend. So,
It really does. It really does. It looks mint condition of exactly what the players would want out of this tournament.
Yeah.
Every the reputation out of this tournament is that it's very difficult.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know for exactly what historically scores are here, but they don't go very low here. That stretch obviously of the bear trap is very difficult, but outside of that, I mean, we were looking at 14 that hole today where we saw the hole out. That's not an easy hole based
No,
off
at all.
depending where that pin location. Front pin location maybe not so bad, but where we saw it today in
Yeah,
that
it
middle,
was tough.
that can
It
create
was
a
tough.
lot of problems for players. And that back pin location
Yeah.
is a nightmare because you have there's
And that's-
so much water
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
course.
So much.
So much water. You hit one bad shot off the tee, off your second shot, even off a chip out of the bunker, you could be rolling into water anywhere. There's water all over that course, and all it takes is one shot, and it could derail your round.
100%.
A 3-shot lead, I feel like, is not safe there.
Well, a lot of the time.
I mean,
it
we
isn't.
saw it.
A
We
lot
saw
of
it.
the time
Berger,
isn't there.
Berger 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and he spoke about it today in his press conference. You're not safe with a 5-stroke lead there.
No, because anything at the bear, even like the whole you're talking about is right before the bear. You have to deal with that, then go to the bear trap, and the bear trap is like notorious. 3 of some of the hardest, really
Probably one of the
amazing
hardest stretch
setups.
of holes on the
Yeah,
tour.
but like the setup is sick. Like
Yeah,
the
oh my
stadiums
God.
right at the greens.
Hospitality, tension.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, it's first off you've got the one on 15, that par 3, cool little setup. We were there for a bit today,
Yeah,
and then you've got the big stadium for 16 and 17,
yeah.
which is sick. Like
The
that's-
iconic. 16's dope. You have that
16's
hard
yeah.
dog leg right. You have
Yeah.
water alongside.
Which we almost got killed today.
three times.
We almost got smacked by
Like 3 straight
a
drives.
couple drives.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about we were 5 seconds after leaving our spot, we would have gotten nailed. That hit
Yeah.
dead center of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But you got water all along the right side. Then you got a hard dog leg right, and the whole green is surrounded by bunkers.
yeah.
Plus,
Oh, the
you
water.
miss right,
Plus all
you
the
got
water.
all the water.
yeah.
So it's like you gotta hit 2 perfect shots
Yeah.
to have a chance at a birdie there.
Yeah.
And you have that bunker on the left side of the fairway too. So it's like very narrow fairway. You got water to your
Yeah.
right. You got bunker right around the distance where these guys want to carry the ball. You carry a little short. Your second shot straight over the water.
Yeah.
It's a tough course.
It's tough, but it seems to have been made slightly easier, right?
Yep.
Like
That's what it seems based off what we've heard.
So they've converted hole 10, which was a par 4 initially. They've turned it into a par 5.
And we did see a few guys playing that hole today, and you could see how that hole is significantly easier being a
It
par
looks
5.
like there's
It's
gonna
a
get a lot of
tough
birds.
par 4.
Oh yeah.
It's a tough
It's
par
a
4.
par 4.
It's long.
Yeah.
It seems to be relatively straight up, but the thing is,
Yeah.
it's got a fuck ton of bunkers all over the place there. So you miss pretty much anywhere off the green.
Yeah.
You're in sand, and then based off pin location. I think pin location is a big factor on these greens. They're not very wide. They're more like narrow and long, and they have a lot of slope to them. That you can miss that second shot because now you're laying 3 in a bunker, whereas you got to hit a hell of a bunker shot to get up and down for a par. So now these guys can be maybe a little bit more aggressive with that second shot.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw today a couple guys were there, and I can't see how that hole is averaging over par.
It
this
seems
week.
like there's gonna be a lot of birdies there. And I don't know exactly what hole it was, but
Which is a great way to segue into the back nine too.
100%. You need a little,
a little pick me up,
A
little
some
pick me up.
momentum.
But a little like what our magic mind is, to us.
I forgot what hole it was, but they were talking today how they even removed some bunkers. I forgot what hole it was. It was like 6.
Yeah,
It was like, I think it was 6. Maybe.
Berger said it today. I didn't hear what hole he was mentioning, but they did on one hole remove 2 bunkers, which obviously you remove bunkers, it's going to make that hole easier.
So it seems like they've done some little things to make it.
The thing is, the reputation, like we were saying, the reputation is very
is
difficult,
hard.
and it's been hard
to
to get players to commit to this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a stretch of big tournaments coming up, but we know there's a lot of golfers that live in this area. You want to be able to pull as many as you can.
It's a pretty stacked field.
It should. Well, that's what I'm saying. It should be an easy one to get people to because, like I said, there's a lot of people who live here, a lot of PGA players.
And everyone's coming to Florida at this time of the year.
Exactly.
Or at least the East Coast.
This is probably the most stacked that it's been in a long time. Like you've got some heavy hitters here. I mean, we saw a bunch from today. There's a lot of them we didn't even see. Like we didn't see Ricky, we didn't see Matt Fitzpatrick today. No. But they're playing in it. Obviously, we
didn't see Camilo.
No Camilo. We got Rory. I mean, we saw Shano.
The FedEx Cup leader right now.
Yeah, and then we got Knapp, who won last week.
We did get to we got
Chris
to see
Kirk,
him.
who's 4th in FedEx, and Pat, defending champ. So there's a lot of big names.
Plus, we got the Dunlap, who the amateur that won earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I think this is his second tournament after the win.
And Chase Johnson.
And we got Chase Johnson. I mean, dude, there's a ton of storylines, I mean, and I think that's the beauty of it. Obviously, you always want the stack field. It's always going to enhance the competitive nature of the tournament, and it's going to make it one of those things, obviously, where the fans love it, but the players thrive in those environments. They love that level of competition. They love that atmosphere, and they love to be able to compete against each other. But you have all these amazing storylines in between, like a Chase Johnson, like a Dunlap. Even a guy like who won last week,
Knapp.
Yeah. You have all these names out there, but he, all these kind of like hidden stuff in between the lines that are not the big names right now that are storylines that those guys are in contention, and you're like, holy shit,
A lot of young guys. A lot of young guys. So it makes the dynamic of these tournaments that much more interesting and. Based the way we saw, I mean, it looks like they're expecting a big turnout for this weekend.
I think they are. I think they're expecting this to be one of their bigger turnouts that this tournament's seen in a bit. I mean, they're set up. There's hospitality tents and stands on almost every hole.
At least the back nine. We didn't see much of the front.
Yeah, the back nine's stacked.
We saw hole 1, and that was pretty much it.
Almost everywhere you go, you've got stands.
Back nine was just pretty much every hole.
Which
I mean, no, it's a sweet little setup. Like I'm genuinely excited for it.
These stadiums are impressive.
No. 16. Is it 6? No, 16. Right, the par 3.
Yeah.
It gives me like waste management.
No, 16.
17. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
17 gives me like waste management.
That way, it's
the whole 16 vibe.
Alongside the whole.
Dude, the whole thing. Yeah, you got the big one like right where they tee, and then it goes
all along the left side of the tee shot, basically.
I mean, it's the first year of the
all the way around to the back of the green.
It's the first year. It's called Cognizant.
Yeah,
it's the first year of the Florida tournament. I mean,
that's good.
They want to get it right. They want to get it right.
It's the kickoff of these Florida tournaments, and they're able to bring in a good field.
They know that this tournament has struggled in the past, and they have to keep it alive, and they have to keep it well because it is a great location. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat a beautiful course.
They have like 150 Escalades on standby to check.
It's
crazy.
Well, when we were sitting in that one press conference with the guy that won the award today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he made the point that like 15 years ago you couldn't even give away tickets because no one wanted to come.
Yeah.
So like it struggled. And I didn't know this. It started in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, and then it moved. Yeah,
and then it moved up here up north, and obviously I think that's helped it. But I think this tournament is gaining that momentum again. And it helps. Like Rory didn't have to commit to this, chose to commit to it. So. Those little things make a big difference, and I mean, dude, I think it's going to be set to be a big one. Hell of a weekend. I think it's still going to be relatively challenging, but enough where these guys can be maybe a little bit more aggressive, and I do think that maybe we see a little bit lower scores, but I generally think it's anybody's tournament this weekend.
For sure. I mean, you got
Rory, obviously the favorite, but
but there's a lot of guys that can take this. There's a lot of guys too. Like
Shane Lowry's played here. In the past, very well.
There's a lot of Shane's won here.
Cole
Rory's won here.
Was in the playoff last year. He's playing in this tournament.
Exactly.
Obviously Kirk again, past winner.
Yeah. I mean, watching it, you can tell there's some guys that have know the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know where to go.
They know the course.
Yeah.
And there's some guys, some up and comers too. We saw a couple today, so that we're taking
some representation in the young.
Well, so basically, who's on the Latino side? Who's representing is you have Camilo. You have Nico Echeverria, you have George Campillo, and then you have Jonathan Vegas. So there's not a huge representation out there right now, but you got 4 guys, all that have to make up some room. I think Nico is the highest ranked right now on the FedEx.
Probably,
but all those guys now is their time to make that move. Yeah. If there's a time,
I didn't even know Jonathan Vegas was.
Jonathan Vegas is. Yeah.
Is he? Which?
He is.
No idea.
Not Colombian. I have to look it up. I forget what he is, but he's Hispanic too. He's another Hispanic golfer. So there's a couple guys on the.
Villegas is one of the featured.
Yeah, one of the featured groups. Yeah,
is he?
Yeah.
Who's he playing with?
He's playing with Shane, I think, and.
No, Camilo's with Shane.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, Camilo.
Oh no, I was talking about Jonathan Vegas.
Oh no.
Yeah, Camilo's in a feature group this weekend. He's with Shane and he's with is it not Rory? It's another big name. I forget who.
Is it Pavon?
Pavon, who's ranked number 1 in the FedEx right now.
Yeah.
So that's a great group right there. Great. Again, this is why we do what we do. It's a great opportunity for him. To use the spot. Obviously, Camilo's been on the tour now for a while. People know who he is. He's been very successful in his career. But it is interesting to see how do you play amongst those guys, Shane's obviously going to bring attention. Pavon's generating attention considering he's the number 1 guy right now. Does he stay hot? It's a long season. I mean, these FedEx Cup, obviously, Pavon's done a great job setting him up for success the rest of the year. He's in a great spot.
I mean, that's what they have to do. You have to take advantage of these early tournaments.
Exactly.
Because, coming
it's
up,
going to get difficult.
Especially with the elevated events and the majors.
And these guys start finding their stride.
Exactly. You got to build that momentum and obviously take that forward and build a name for yourself. For example, Knapp, who won last week. He's someone who has an interesting story. He's top 10 now, but he's got this interesting story, and you can see how he plays. You can almost see a future star for this guy. He made a big enough of a name and impact last week.
Right.
So that's somebody 100% to keep an eye on this week too, because it's first time. He's not defending, but he's first time coming off a win, obviously.
Right.
And see how he reacts.
You would like to see him be competitive in this type of tournament.
So, there's a lot of things. There's a A lot of them.
Yeah, no, a lot of stories to monitor this weekend, and I do think it's going to be a hell of a tournament. And we got to see it up close and personal today, so
and then a big stretch in Florida coming up.
Yeah,
and then you got Arnie coming up, then you got players, and then you got Valspar, which Valspar is that tournament that is almost like that flex tournament where. How did I play in players? How did I play in Arnold? If I didn't play well, I got to get another one under my belt before, obviously, the Masters, right?
Yeah.
So Valspar is one of those sneaky tournaments too that guys know that they need to maybe get an extra round in, or an extra tournament in, like of that competitiveness, and make up FedEx points. Try to find something before.
Also qualify,
and then exactly, and then the qualifying portion of it.
For especially for the younger guys to qualify for. I mean, this is the last. Obviously, Arnold Palmer's next weekend.
Right.
This is the last event for those guys to qualify for the Arnold
Even
Palmer.
Puerto Rico Open is a big one because whoever can win that one has a chance to qualify for some tournaments down the line.
Qualify for the players. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they would qualify the players if they win that.
Yeah. So it's the next big 4 weeks, and this is kind of the catalyst.
Florida Swing's awesome. The Florida Swing is
it really is.
The collection. I mean, this course is sick, but you got Arnie's really cool too, historic, and the players is historic, and it's like back to back with just heavy hitters of really cool golf courses and different. Obviously, it's a huge change from the California swing.
Huge.
Now you're going to Bermuda grass, and it's just the fact that you have to play a different style here too, and it's hot as hell, gorgeous day, but you can see I'm probably
you're gonna get burned
dark
out there.
as hell. I'm like
you're gonna get
the most tan that I've probably ever been on this episode. But yeah, it was hot. It was hot today.
It got hot.
But it's also windy there. Like it picks up.
That was the thing that I was telling Pooch was the guys on Thursday and Friday because they alternate, morning and afternoon tee time. So you tee off Thursday morning, you tee off Friday afternoon, you tee off Friday afternoon, you tee off Thursday morning. You got to take advantage of the morning tee times because afternoons are going to get windy out here.
Yeah.
Even the locals know. Even the guy that we met, that his backyard faces like hole 15. He's like. Yeah, the wind picks up in the afternoon.
Yeah. No,
they all know the afternoon. The wind
it's like clockwork, especially this time of the year. Wind's going to pick up in the afternoon, which obviously is just going to make the course that much more difficult. It's going to be hard to get the ball to stay where you want it to stay. Whereas morning, you have an opportunity to go lower, right?
Yeah.
So curious to see how Thursday, those early tee times, do those guys take advantage? We know that a couple of those guys are going to tee off really early, 6. You're talking about late 6 a.m., early 7 a.m. Those guys got to go off out there. They want a chance. I feel like you got to start off hot Thursday morning and Friday morning.
For sure, you got to take advantage of those early, better conditions, especially in a tournament that's become this stack now.
Yeah.
So
no, it's gonna be fun.
We'll see. It'll be a good time.
I'm gonna get my phone. We're gonna do a quick little live.
Oh yeah, I already forgot.
See if we got some questions coming in today. We had a lot of people hitting us up today. But as I set this up, what was your favorite moment of today? Like, what was like the big thing?
Probably two big things.
I'm just gonna put it right here. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Just fucking.
All right, two big things for me. One, being able to be in the press conferences and being able to ask questions.
What do you think? Should I just put it right here?
You just do it there so you have access to the questions and you can ask any that come in.
Yeah,
you can be like, but it's the fact that we were in the press conferences and the fact that, we were able to ask questions and actually, be a part of it. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, you have to sit there and just like be quiet. We were able to like engage, which is cool. And then the fact that we had the access to going, on the putting green and the driving range, and like we're like this close to these guys.
The driving range was fucking dope, bro.
Teeing off, launching, like it was sick. It was cool. The access that we had today was pretty impressive. So that would probably be my favorite part, just because it's something that you can't just normally do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would say my favorite portion of today was the interview with Chase. Yeah. Just being able to do something like that was cool.
He's a cool dude. He's a
cool ass guy. The sleeve question portion was fucking dope.
Yeah. You like that?
That was dope.
You like that a lot.
You crushed it with the questions of the Harry Potter and some of the other questions. I won't say too much.
Spoilers.
Yeah. But you did a badass job with that, and I think that was cool to see him engage, and then he whips out the scorecard. And I was like, dude.
We'll see. Yeah. People will see that.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah.
So we have a couple people trickling in here.
See if they want to ask any questions.
Yeah.
See if they want to ask any questions.
Let's see. You got your brother that joined. Val joined. We got Jason here.
Oh, let's
we got
ride.
Viñas. We got Darty Golf. Dan wants to know how's Rory looking.
Oh, Rory was looking pretty big, I'll tell you that.
He was looking swole.
Rory
He
was pretty jacked,
swole.
and he was crushing the ball. He's coming off his victory at the match. He looked good.
Yeah.
But Rory hasn't been in that form in a bit, so curious to see how he plays. I mean, he hasn't played this tournament in a while. He's obviously coming back to play this year for a reason.
Yeah.
He's obviously comfortable here. He's won before, and he's been a runner-up another time. So, and listen, we're going to be in his press conference tomorrow. So I guess we'll have more information tomorrow.
We're getting questions. Rory's a bum. The match. Then we got.
He's no Hovland, I'll tell you that much.
No. Look, I do like Rory, but I understand the controversy behind Rory. But we won't get into that. But let's see what else. Can we get a golf pool for this?
Yeah, we're doing a golf pool.
We're doing a golf pool.
We're doing a golf pool.
Jason, we got a golf pool.
We're doing golf pool for Cognizant.
Favorite part of our day, I think we alluded to that. I think it's the player interviews, getting access to behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. I think that was dope. We had we got up close and personal. I think we got to see everyone that we hypothetically thought we were gonna see.
Yeah.
We saw Shane, we saw Rory, we saw Grillo, we saw
not Grillo,
Higo. Bro, Grillo's the man. I want to meet him so bad. They want to know if we have any questions lined up for Rory. I don't think we have any questions lined up for Rory.
We gotta get one though. We definitely
want to squeeze one in.
It's gonna be hard to get. Rory's gonna be the hardest one to get a question in because I'm sure everyone's gonna have a question for Rory. We should try to see, if possible, we'll try to get something for Rory.
That would be elite. If we can get a question in for
we got
Rory.
one in for Berger today, and I asked him about Crandon. So
we got a question that came in for Rory. Are you gonna choke another Masters, Rory? From Danny.
I'm gonna ask him that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, it is gonna be tough. I mean, I would love to get questions in, obviously, for him, but the one is the winner of the Mexican Open.
Nap.
I mean,
we have him first thing in the morning tomorrow.
He's bright and early. Would love to see what we can get in there. That could be a cool little questionnaire that we can get in. He's a big cigar guy too. Apparently,
shout out Padron.
Yeah, he's a big guy. So we gotta get creative with these questions for sure. Yeah. And then we got our boy Camilo, which is representing the Colombians out there.
Yeah.
See what questions we got. We do got questions lined up for him, so that should be exciting. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it in terms of the press stuff. But, let's see, anybody. Am I a cigar guy? Of course, I'm a cigar guy.
Show him.
We got a little. No, definitely not a melatonin guy. Wine and cigars. But yeah, anything else we want to talk about on the pod today?
I had fun.
Yeah, I had a good time. I'm tired as hell, but I had a good time.
What was Pooch's favorite moment today?
Oh man, me too. Honestly, like on my side of like the things like the production, like the way it goes. Honestly, I respected like their care in terms of dealing with like the players, in terms of like the media, like respecting the players and also respecting like our time. Like I felt like they were there to help us with whatever we had. They're helping. They're very good with accommodating us. Giving us our spaces. Setting us up. And I don't know, bro. For me as an amateur, like as someone relatively new to golf, dude, like being able to appreciate like that area, not even the love, just like seeing golf in that light, like in a real professional setting. Because I never really watched golf like that, but seeing it. Like, I just respect the sport so much. Like,
it was dope to see that.
They prepare for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you watch football practice, basketball practice, but seeing a golf practice, and the way these guys can just dictate.
Bro, the amount of swings that they're putting. I mean, like what you said, they were taking 2 shots for every shot that they maybe 3.
At least 2.
From every situation. Yeah. One from the bunker, one from the fairway, one from the rough. Like, they were playing every scenario to know.
They play probably like 3 rounds in 1 round.
Legit, dead ass.
Bro, and then the guy.
And then they're putting 17 times.
And then the same guy that he holed out from 141. I mean, that guy was practicing, and he's like, he just like the way the ball just went exactly where he wanted to go.
Yeah, every time, bro. These guys are insane. These guys are literally insane.
Like they just show why they are professionals and why we play at Killian and Mekasuki.
Yeah.
We got another question from Dan. Bay Hill or PGA?
I have to go. I do have to go Bay Hill. Just because it's so legendary, and it was my first ever event, and it's. But again, like I also saw Bay Hill packed, and what?
Fucking Jason.
Oh no. But yeah, I probably lean Bay Hill a little bit. But again, I haven't seen. I would love to see this tournament in full. I mean, we only really saw a few holes today, and it was gorgeous though.
We really only saw most of the back 9 and hole 1. That was it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even read Jason's question.
Wait, give me one.
You want Jason's question?
Give me one of them.
No, I gave you one, but no, now they're going crazy. Biden's disaster night in the Michigan primary.
Oh no! All right, never mind. Never mind.
Navarro, go Heat, and then thoughts on what's going on in Gaza.
No, okay.
Let's see. Let me see what else. We got anything else here? No, none of the serious golf questions coming in right now. But yeah, no, it was dope to see everyone in their true form getting ready for this weekend.
I got a question for you guys.
Yes, ask.
Did going to this event and seeing it from the lens of the PGA, did it meet your expectations of what you thought it was going to be?
That's a great question.
It exceeded it for me, to be honest. At least in terms of like, I didn't know what type of access we were going to get, and we pretty much had like free reign for the most part. So I thought it was pretty cool.
It was dope. I mean, they Dan, we answered that question already. Dave said Bay Hill, and then gave his explanation. I don't know. But did it meet my expectations? It did and it didn't, I would say. I would have liked to get certain interviews in.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I do think it did exceed my expectations in terms of I didn't think we were going to be able to walk on a driving range or anything like that. No. Like that part I didn't get to see. I didn't think we were going to be able to get up and close and personal. No. The thing that did exceed my expectations the most was the access to the press room. Like that was sick.
Yeah, and the fact that we had our own Stay Tranquilo name brand on the table, like
sitting in there. Yeah, watching. Watching a couple interviews come in.
We got our new merch.
Which we got to. There it is. Let's see. Show Dave there with the merch. Hey. We're gonna be dropping that soon. But it was dope. We were walking around, repping the brand, repping, what we stand for, and it was cool to see because outside of us, it was NBC Sports and PGA Tour. That was it.
Yeah, and maybe some like local
couple of local news stations, any like things like that. But it was that I think that portion of it was like the thing that really, took me over the top. I was like, wow, this is legit.
Yeah,
it's legit. Yeah. Not everybody just comes in there and does this.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing to take away.
Yeah.
I got second one.
Second question.
My journalist in me is coming in. So from when we interviewed Chase, I feel like on top of him maybe not being interviewed that day, we were his first interview of the day. I feel like he enjoyed the questions we had because it wasn't so much about the golf game and everything like this. It was fun. It was about him.
That's what they're getting asked all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think the PGA is lacking that personality that shows instead of just a professional game, it's like the fun parts of the game as well?
They are, and they know it too, which is why they're reaching out to people like us. We've had the conversations with them, and the biggest thing is we're relying on third-party content vendors, content networks to ultimately be that voice, where maybe we lack, because they know at the end of the day, their bread and butter is show me Rory, show me the winners, show me the guys in contention. We want to know the X's and O's because everyone at the end of the day wants to know X's and O's, right? But everything else after that too is just additive, and it's things that people care about, and it's also things that players want to know, talk about. You know, they want to almost be a little bit disconnected about the game. You know, they play 24/7. They're always around it. Yeah. They're getting asked the same questions all the time. What's your mindset? What's your expectation? How's the course playing? How's this? How's that? Right? That you ask them a little bit of personal questions that you're able to get out of them. That, you know, they have a little fun of it. And I do think the PGA knows that, but, you know, I mean, you can add to that too, but I do think they do know, and I think that's why they ask for, you know, people like us to kind of help out with that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really have too much to add. Yeah, it's mainly they're obviously a professional league, and you know, their main audience before really probably like a few years ago are really like hard nosed, like you know, older guys who like really do like, you know, are not like, you know, asking like stupid questions or like fun questions,
right?
Like we are able to mix in a couple fun ones with Chase, and so they do rely on people like, you know, content creators and outside sources for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's why we're here. So
fire. One other question came in. It looks like, did you hackle some of the guys at the range? Dave threw a couple golf balls at these guys.
God no. That's the quickest way to get kicked out.
Yeah.
I think they
first tournament, and we're gonna get knocked out of here.
They saw us, and first off, we were like outside the thing for a second. We're like, I think we can go in here, and then we just kind of just started walking in.
We're walking on the putting greens.
It was like kind of unreal. It's like, are we even allowed to even be here? And
I didn't believe it until I saw the P, and I'm like, wait, we got P on our badge. We can go in here. And I mean, dude, we saw everything. And Rory was right there, you know, Shane, all these guys, and they were there. Dude, these guys crushed the ball though. Seeing them at the range.
It sounded like a gun range. It
sounded
like a legit gun range with
the divots is what's so impressive. Divots flying everywhere. The courses, like that practice area is fucking sick.
And each player had their own track, man. Like,
and then you were saying like the practice balls is all like, you want to hit Pro V1s, you can hit Pro V1s. You want to hit Callaways, you can hit Callaway. You can hit,
and they got
whatever
even,
your ball is.
They've got even other clubs. Like if you want to change your clubs, like to practice with, like they literally have every club there.
Yeah, and dude, they're there altering the angles of your club. If you're not liking the way something feels, they have guys there altering their stuff. I mean, we saw all the trucks lined up. Titleist was there, PXG, Callaway, Nike, and you name it. Every major brand, every major vendor was there.
They had like a training truck where I think you can go in and actually like receive like some sort of like, it's like a training area for like these.
Yeah, I mean, they're there to try clubs. Whoever is new, if you got any other questions, let us know. We're gonna wrap up soon, but yeah, I mean, the big thing is like they're there to figure their shit out. You know, and if there's something that they couldn't figure out last week, they're able to figure out this week. So I think that's something that was cool too. But let me see here. No, I don't think we got any more questions. Go Heat, nice.
Hell yeah, go Heat.
Go Heat. The Heat are playing.
The Cats are playing. Did Reinhardt score?
Andre never uses the top button on his polos. Facts. I'm a 3 buttons down kind of guy. It's a Miami in me.
You got a little sunburn.
Yeah, I got a little burn today. I'm a little toasted.
A little quemadito.
Jesse knows about that Miami Heat. Shout out Stogies and Bogies, by the way. We appreciate you. We're smoking a little Padron right now. We have your tea holders out here, and we got the cigar case inside. But I think today was awesome, bro. Today was awesome. We're excited for this weekend. It's gonna be a good turnout. And we'll see. We got another big day tomorrow, so we'll guys keep you posted. And next week we're gonna drop a lot of what went down this week, so you guys will see all of that as soon as we get access to it.
Yeah, and you should probably also be seeing our attempt at a simulator.
Oh yeah. We played the back nine in this course, so you guys will be seeing that. You'll be seeing that too. But a lot of exciting stuff this week.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. Again, hell of a day.
Hell
of a week. We're excited for the content to drop, and we will see you guys next week. Probably back in our home station.
Yeah.
Is there a little pun break for the week?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Later.
Peace.